What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Flight Sports TV. We got another video coming to the people. Today I want to talk about a few people. Like I said, today we're going to talk about some people that's I feel like not getting any just due. And it's crazy. I want to talk about the Sacramento Kings. Listen, it's still early, but they're starting to scare me, and I'm very alarmed, especially being an honorary Pelicans fan. I'm very alarmed. And I feel like I said, things is getting scary right now. The Sacramento, man, they pulling out games in the late. You know, they strung together two tough wins, and I see improvement from a lot of guys on this roster. Not just De'Aaron Fox, obviously. It looks like Harrison Barnes is coming to his own, and many other guys, and we're gonna get all into that. But before we do that, I need everybody to hit that like button and most definitely hit that subscribe button. If you rocking with what are we talking about, like I said, we showing respect to people that ain't getting the respect. You know, ESPN, they don't do this. You know, when you go to ESPN and FS1, all they talk about is LeBron, Tom Brady, and the Cowboys. You understand? So we over here, we trying to break it down for the people. You know, and like I said, let's get straight into it. They got a back-to-back today against the Suns. The Suns, they lost. I'm interested to see tonight with the Kings, are they for real? Because this is going to be telling. Today against the Suns in a back-to-back, they're going to go to straight to war with each other. I'm interested to see, are they going to fall tonight? And if they fall tonight, I wouldn't hold it too much against them. But if they win tonight, whoa. We need to start paying attention to these boys because, like I said, especially the Pelicans, because everybody got those guys going in there with BI, and they got Zion along with Stan Van. It looks like players and coaches on this Kings team are starting to figure things out. You know, like I said, it's crazy. You know, Luke Walton, you know, and I've been critical on Luke Walton, but Luke Walton is starting to, you know, prove his keep in this league. You know, it's crazy. I'm trying to get this stat line for these Kings right here. Now let's get it, mind you. It was a total team effort, especially last night. You had Harrison Barnes, who came up big defensively as well, and he had a double-double, 11 and 11. Marvin Bagley is playing well. You got this guy named Rashard Holmes. I know people don't even know who the hell this guy is. This guy is playing big man basketball out there, man. D. Fox put up 24. Buddy Hield, 14. He was in the doghouse a year ago. Him and Luke Walton didn't seem to see eye to eye. You heard trade rumors, all kind of stuff. Valencia, he put up 12 last night. Hassan Whiteside came off the bench and did his thing. You know, Halliburton, you know, that rookie. You know, of course he has to develop. So this Kings team is low loaded, and they got enough pieces on this team to string together and bring a guy in. You know, if they really wanted to. I like this team, but they starting to put themselves in position to pull off moves. They even got Corey Joseph, you know, and guys like him, they not even going off. He's playoff proven. You know, he's went deep in the playoffs before. So this team got talent, you know, and I'm interested to see how this season plays out with the Sacramento Kings. You know, I don't feel like they're not contenders or nothing like that, but I just feel like they are in direct opposition of the New Orleans Pelicans in their pursuit of the playoffs, because like I told you, that's 6th, 7th, and 8th in the West. That's gonna come down to the wire, and they got a play-in tournament. So certain teams, and like especially the Pelicans and some of these young teams, like even the Suns, for instance, you know, I feel like they all in the same boat. The Suns, the Kings, the Pelicans, the Spurs. There's a lot of teams, and today is going to be very telling between the Pelicans and the Kings, because they got the Spurs and the Kings on the back-to-back with the Suns. I'm interested to see who pulls this game out. And if the Kings win, they're starting to string together some early wins and kind of separating themselves from the pack. It's going to be telling to see one of those teams who you think is going to be in that 7th, 8th, or, you know, 6th, 7th, or 8th. One of those teams is going to break into the top 5. And I'm interested to see who is it going to be, because remember, there's some teams who I don't feel going to make it. I feel like, as what we seen from Harden last night, I don't feel Harden's going to finish the season with Houston, and I believe you know that as well. So I see the Houston Rockets not making the playoffs. OKC, they snuck a game against Sacramento. Charlotte the last night. I don't see Oklahoma City making the playoffs. And there's also some other teams, like I said, that's not going to make the playoffs as well. And then teams that we thought that's supposed to be heavyweights and possibly making it to the conference finals, challenging the Lakers, they're going to be in that 6th, 7th, or 8th spot. Like I'm looking at a team like Dallas that they just riddled with injuries. There's other teams as well who just like the injuries is getting up there. Just you can't have a consistent roster and a playoff run with teams where you don't know who's in there, you don't know who's out. So I feel Sacramento is in prime position to, like I said, it's 72 games. They shaved 10 off, Paul. So let's see, before you know it, we're going to be midway through the season. That's why I'm telling the people. I know that you think there's a whole lot of time left. 10 games, believe it or not, before you know it, we're going to be in the thick of the season, quicker than usual. You understand? So along with these back-to-backs and stuff, before you know it, like I said, we're gonna be at the 60th game mark, and it's going to be make or break for some of these teams. So it's paramount for some of these teams to start stringing together and really separating themselves. And I thought it was going to be my Pelicans, but it seemed like the Kings is just taking it from us, and that's going to be a hell of a matchup when we play against them, because De'Aaron Fox, he's gotten paid, so I'm interested to see when the Pelicans go against Fox, and I want to see that matchup with Lonzo. You already know that's been ever since UCLA and Kentucky. That they like got a little rivalry going on, and I believe they're cool peoples with each other. But when they step on the court, they're trying to take each other's life away. In a basketball context. So let's look at I want to look at the games that they got coming up on their schedule. Because like I said, obviously they got the Suns, a back-to-back with the Suns. I want to see who they got coming up after, because that's gonna be telling to me. They got a back-to-back with the Suns, and then they playing the Nuggets. They beat the Nuggets in overtime off of Buddy Hield tipping. You understand? Which was, I see the Nuggets coming for blood on Tuesday. I think the Nuggets gonna single-handedly. If they lose to the Kings, it's gonna be alarming for the Nuggets. Then they got a back-to-back with the Rockets. So, like I said, I feel we're gonna know a lot about this Kings team this week. They got some tough opponents later on this week, and let's see what happens. I do feel like Phoenix will win tonight. I'm predicting Phoenix to come back because they lost a heartbreaker. They was in position last night, and I feel like pound for pound, Devin Booker, I feel he's better than De'Aaron Fox and even those guys on the Bagley and all of them. I look for a big game tonight from Booker. Look for a big game tonight from big man in the middle. DeAndre Ayton, and I see Chris Paul really putting his stamp on this game. And I feel like with all of that going on, and of course frustration from losing, a heartbreaker, I feel that's going to be too much for a young Sacramento Kings to handle. But give these guys credit. You got to give Vlade Divac some credit, because nobody anticipated them even being competitive. You understand? Like I said, Sacramento has always been known as one of the most dysfunctional franchises in sports. Some at times more dysfunctional than the New York Knicks. And it seems like they're trying to change their outlook on how people view them. And if they get to the playoffs, man, that would pay dividends for this young roster. Like I said, Bagley, he's a good player. Fox, he's a great player. And like I said, they got some veteran leadership on this team that could propel them in a playoff scenario. And I see them doing that, obviously, during these games that they just strung together and win. The veteran leadership, you could sense veteran leadership when late in games, when execution, finding a way. And the Kings have been finding a way, and I'm just here paying homage. It's Flight Sports TV. You already know what it is. Hit that like button, and most definitely hit that subscribe button. The Sacramento Kings are officially alarming to me, and they starting to scare me, and they are on my radar. I will be watching them and paying close attention to them. Hit that subscribe button. If you want to donate to this platform, the link will be in the description box below this video. Happy holidays, ladies and gentlemen. We got a lot of content coming. Be on the lookout for that for us on the Pelicans Spurs game at 7 o'clock. After that game, y'all know where to find me. It's Flight Sports TV.